The threat of the Melon Men is strong. As a precautionary measure, I have taken Melanie Griffith hostage in a place where no one will ever suspect, as well as I have taken many of the melon seedlings. Melon Men, this is your warning. If you don't want any trouble from this server and its inhabitants, you will leave us alone. Greetings, RealmSmalec here. I'm standing outside of the library on the RealmSmalec Minecraft Realm server. And tonight, it is Sunday. We are going to be taking a look at the books that were submitted as part of my short story contest. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books that were submitted. That's awesome. That's a lot of good reading. I'm going to read these books off to you guys, and then I'm going to pick a winner. Writer's block. That's funny. That was donated by Mr. Covolta, I believe. All right, so I'm up here in the reading room, and the first book is Swan the Goblin by Felonius. Now, this is 6 pages long, so unfortunately, that's going to probably take away some points, but let's go ahead and read this. There once was a goblin living with the name of Swan. He was to be punished for something he'd done. They asked him if he wanted to get hit by stones, or if he'd rather be sitting in a pit of rattling bones. Despite being a goblin, Swan was clever enough. He said he wanted the punish to be even more tough. What if you combine the two, bringing a double? That should teach me for being such a trouble. And while the Goblin King was trying to get a hand, combine being something he'd never understand, Swan prepared a pit of rattlers at the bottom deep, and asked to have stone laid around easy to keep. Hold it, the king demanded, and looked at the pit. What if this isn't the punishment that should fit? We better try it out. Call for my advisor of fakes. Swan sniggered. The advisor was known for his cakes. The fattest of the goblins wouldn't feel any pain. Without any alternatives, Swan would be free again. And surely enough, later on the advisor answered no. Had he felt anything while stoned in a pit below? The Goblin King then gave Swan a warning to take heed. No goblin should never ever learn how to read. Swan bowed deeply, hoping the king wouldn't see the look, and then Swan hurried home to his treasure, a book. Nice! That was a nice story, Felonius, and I give you a little bit of plus points for the rhyming. This is A Way Home by Dragnose. Dragnose, welcome to the server. I stared into the darkness, the black gaping void. It sucked at me, daring me to take that one step and fall. What awaited me down there, I did not know. I dropped my torch, but as always, the abyss just swallowed it without illuminating the dark. Another torch wasted. I was lost, alone, cold. This was my last chance to find my way back. I checked my inventory. Low on torches, food, and I had run out of coal. My last iron pickaxe was 2 hits away from being destroyed. I took a deep breath and jumped. Falling through the darkness is always the tipping point, that one moment of being totally alive. Life either continues in a miraculous act of luck or ends in bone-shattering finality. I suddenly stopped falling. No splash of water, no slime. No shattering of bones, no waking up in my bed. I was confused. I was alive. Then I heard it, the chittering of spiders. I was stuck in a spider web in the dark. Another sound to my left, a hissing sound. Boom. I woke up in my bed. When I logged into the server earlier, Dragnos was on, and he died at least 5 times while I was on, sometimes to falls, sometimes to zombies, sometimes to creepers. Okay, The Lost City by Mistress Cullen. Oh, I won't count this as a page against you, actually. Nina paused, standing on the sand, looking out over the ocean. It had been a long journey. Hunting for the lost city was no easy feat, especially when night fell and the mobs came out of hiding. No one had been able to find the mysterious location. Thousands of years had passed since the ruins had been lost. The story told how the Creeper had gathered together because the lord of the city had become too powerful, and they destroyed every building. People believed the area was cursed and created potions and spells to hide it, and only if you happened to walk into the area would you find it. The clues had led Nina here though across the ocean was a swamp, and another clue to the mystery. She just had to find Maya the witch. The end. All right, next we have the ballad, and the ballad is by Kavolta. I believe this was the last book submitted tonight. In times long gone, when stars once shone, a magic tale was told. The lake would glisten, and all would listen to hear the tale unfold. It all began because of an enchantress fair and true. So now behold a yarn of gold, this tale I tell to you. Dear Anne could sing, her voice would ring across the valley floor, enchant the air, men's hearts ensnare, and bring them to her door. But none so bold as one small toad who dreamt of so much more. He'd croak along a deep love song until his throat was sore. But Anne did hear a voice sincere and full of froggy joy, and so she kissed him in the mist, and he became a boy. This is the end, my dear friend, but let us not forget. No dream too tall, no heart too small, should cause us to regret. Ha! Another rhymer. Points, points, points. Time by, I think it's by Jiggerbob. It is. Uh-oh. Once upon a time, RealmSmalec sat. He sat on that time and time again. Then one time, the time of times, the time got up and was all like, "Stop sitting on me, Ron!" But Ron said, "No, there is no time like the time to sit," and this happened till the end of time, where he died. The end. Okay. Enter book title by Jim Sack. I have not seen Jim Sack on. I've seen the marks of his passing. I look forward to being on at a time that he's on. The King's Army by Jim Sack. Again, won't count the cover page. Let's just check. So we got one page over the limit. His legs perched upon stone mounds. My eyes shifted one by one. Oh, that sounds like it hurt. Counting the glorious times he moved, savoring every moment which intensified to my utmost pleasure. His opaque soul covered by the shell of mankind. I glide my finger across my lips, just imagining us. One inside the other would be wonderful. I shout the devil's name. No reply. Once again, with a louder back roar. His legs no longer reside on a stone mound, and he's in pieces. The silver-lined men march to a halt and pick up our unrequited love. I shout his name one more time, hoping he could come over for dinner. Humpty Dumpty! Jim Sack's funny. Villager by Hawkminer. Okay. Once upon a time there was a villager. This villager name was Villager. Villager, of course, was a villager of the village. And so Villager of Village was a great villager in his village of village, in which his job was to farm carrots. Villager really loved carrots, and so did all the villagers of the village. At the time of this story, Villager was farming carrots when he found the carrot, the greatest carrot that any villager can farm. But then, almost immediately after, the hunters of the carrot, members of the cult of the carrot, came hunting for the carrot. And so Villager had to run from his village of village and farm of carrots in which he had found the carrot to survive. But while he was running, he was cornered by a zombie, and he became Villager the Villager Zombie, who was once a villager from the village. Then while he was living zombie life, many years later he was killed by a player named Player, and he dropped the carrot. The end. I always wondered who that was. Last but not least, we have an interesting title, Applejack Canyon by Box. John and his trusty steed rode like lightning to claim a stake in the new frontier. The land eventually opened into a great plain, ideal for a plantation. Satisfied, John decided he ought to stop and inspect the area for another settler's claim. Riding through the tall grass at a chipper pace, his stomach suddenly sank. The grass had obscured a giant canyon splitting the plain. Unavoidable, all John could do was aim desperately toward a small stream at the bottom of the canyon. John's horse whinnied louder than he'd ever heard as they landed in the water. Adrenaline pumping, John had to find a way out. Using some supplies in his pack, he rigged a piston to a slime block, pulled the lever, rocketing them both upward. His horse bucked, throwing John up and out of the canyon. He looked over to find his steed gripping onto the edge with her front legs. If horses could show emotion, then he saw pure desperation. One last crumble, and his gentle steed, Applejack, was gone. Whoa, that hits a little bit too close to home for my comfort. A horse going over the side of a ravine while running through the grass? It happens. What can I say? And then you're marked for life. So, we have had 8 awesome short stories submitted. I am now going to donate them one by one to the library here on the server. And the final one that I donate will be the winner. And that will be announced outside the library. I will erect something suitable of a reward for the winner. All right, so I read through those, and the winning story, the winner receives this pair of custom diamond enchanted reading glasses with protection 3. It is The Ballad by Kavolta. And here come some of the participants to celebrate. We have Hawkminer and Box. Oh, I just punched him. Here you are, Kavolta. Congratulations. Your prize is the pair of diamond reading glasses. Lol. So that was fun. I'm going to be doing another contest in the very near future. And you'll see that probably, maybe in my next episode. We'll see. All right. You can have the frame too. So, we'll see you guys next time. Wave for the camera. Or squat. Bye. Alright, we're checking out a new building on the server. This is the Halcon Dojo. The inside looks better than the outside. I think the outside looks kind of cool. I really like the way the gray pulls out the gray here in between the wooden boards. Okay, so what is this? This is welcome. Welcome to, or do you want to read it, Hawk?
You can.
Oh, okay. Welcome to Halcon, home of champions. In the dojo each day you will find a new challenge. Ooh, complete the challenge, leave a sign marking your name in the room of victors. Typically a boring little square room. At the end of the challenge, a random champion will receive an awesome... Ah, this is so cool. Everybody's doing little things. Little challenges on the server. I love it. Okay, so let's go in. It looks really nice, actually. Today's challenge, Leaping Swan. Okay. Oh, Lord.
Told you.
Okay. No, it looks good. Let's see. I can't do the... Oh. I can't do the keep running, I don't think.
Is this parkour?
Oh, Hawkminer, go suck an egg. Just goes across so casually. It is parkour, and I'm not even getting on the first one because I'm terrible.
Imagine when we have 1.9 and we get those panes of glass turn into little tiny rods.
They're beautiful.
That'll make parkour so much better.
Yay!
Yay.
I am Swan.
That took you like half the time the Kvalta took.
Oh,
True. That is true.
the gauntlet is thrown. It's all up to you, Box. Oh,
Oh, no checkpoints in the middle? Come on, man.
I was waiting for the walls to pop open and arrows to shoot out.
That's a good idea.
Nice. Oh, well, I guess I won't ask. I'll find out on day 2 what the day 2 challenge is.
Oh, I missed.
Oh, thank goodness. Look, I'm making it. Oh, yes.
The first time I made it, I just walked to the end and put a block down.
Yeah, he cheated.
There's no rules. I didn't see any rules.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Nice. Well, welcome, Dojo. I hope your new business is quite profitable.